everyone, welcome back to our channel Kailash Dictation. Start in 5 seconds. Start. Certain statements were made about the loss of foreign exchange and profit in the sales of tea. So long as the tea business was the monopoly of the Britishers, I have no doubt that that was happening, but with the vigilance now exercised by the government, they were gradually being stopped, and I don't think that we can make that charge now. I feel therefore that in view of the present attitude and the laws that have been enacted and are being enacted from time to time, there is not the slightest chance of any monopoly being established, not a to speak of such a monopoly, even if it exists, taking advantage or exploiting the people and the consumers. Therefore, sir, I oppose this resolution. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, it was very kind of Dr. Singh to have brought forward this resolution, which gives ample opportunity to the government to clarify the various misgivings on this important question. I am glad to see that many friends on both sides have tried to contribute to this debate and have answered most of the points raised in the resolution itself. Sir, if we see the economic history of the world in the last 2 centuries, it is the advent of industrial revolution which really placed in the hands of man such vast powers of construction that were not known to making man king before. The development of science and technology made all the physical, human, and organizational barriers non-existent, making it increasingly possible for an individual or a group of individuals, for a large number of persons to produce through their own efforts and efforts of others much more than what a normal human being can do. We see today that within a short span of 200 years, man's mind has devised powerhouses, nuclear fuel, and other things, where hardly a dozen may control the generation of 2 million kWs of power. That is a phenomenal growth, and this has naturally led to what Dr. Singh and many other honorable friends rightly said, a tendency for concentration of power and wealth, both economic and otherwise, into a few hands. Therefore, in the early part of the 19th century, we did see in different centuries in the world a growth of a system of society where some big houses and combination of houses started to grow with a large number of economic power, not commensurate either with their number or the social status. In those countries, sir, the economic growth and development was a forerunner of the social growth. We were fortunate that we had a party in this country. I rise to support the principle of this bill from the bottom of my heart. The bill is the outcome of the Fiscal Commission's report. A very illuminating document. It has dealt not only with subjects relating to industries, major or minor, big or small, but has also dealt with the agricultural industries. Several chapters have been devoted for the purpose of improvement of our agriculture. They have also devoted a greater part of their attention to the development of cottage industry. Although this bill does not envisage any kind of protection regarding the agriculture industry, I do hope the government will take due notice of the recommendations and suggestions made by the Commission. Not only has the Commission made various suggestions, but our late colleague Mr. Mukhtar Singh, who was an expert in agriculture, has appended a very illuminating note on the development of agriculture in this country. I have had the pleasure of coming into close contact with Mr. Mukhtar Singh in the Oilseeds Committee, and I can say that I had a very wide experience of agriculture. Not only had he experience, but he had original ideas also. Although I was a chairman and he was only a member of this commission, he was a great guide to me. I do expect that the government will consider this report, particularly this aspect of the question regarding our food problem, which is really agitating the country to such an extent. We are lacking immensely as far as agricultural statistics are concerned. In America and Russia, I might say that every inch of land, either cultivated or not cultivated, fallow land or wasteland, has a complete record, and they know how agricultural land could be developed or made use of, while we are lacking immensely in this respect. This report furnishes a great deal of information. Therefore, although this act does not come within the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, I hope that government will bear this in mind as to what they intend doing as regard the recommendations of these commissions. As far as the agriculture aspect is concerned, because this report has not come before this house for consideration, we are considering only a part of it, namely the big industry or the power and heavy industry, the point which I stated with regard to the cottage industry is an important factor. Now I come to heavy industries which are confronted with foreign commission competition. There is certainly a great improvement in this bill as against the provision of the previous tariff board. I congratulate the government for bringing in the present proposal. Every time when this protection will come before us, government merely gives them protection for a number of years, but information is not given to us as to whether the industries have been asked to improve the quality or to cut down their operational charges so that they can meet competition with foreign industries. All along, these complaints were there, and the fiscal commissions has dealt with these exhaustively. I am glad that some of the recommendations have been embodied in this bill. I hope that In future, when protection has to be given to any industry, the point that I have made out will be borne in mind. For example, to what extent the raw material, which is generally a handicap for the purpose of expansion of an industry, will be available to them. Stop. So this is a dictation 100 to 105 वर्ड पर मिनट डिक्टेशन है. बहुत अच्छी डिक्टेशन है. प्लीज़ सभी स्टूडेंट्स ज़रूर लिखें. प्रैक्टिस मेक्स द परफेक्ट, ये मैं ऑलवेज कहती हूँ. तो लिखें. ओके. एंड आउटलाइंस साइड में दी हुई हैं. जो ना बना पाएँ उसे प्रैक्टिस करें उस तरह बनाने की. ओके. टेक केयर.